Alright guys, welcome to my 7th. Let me dim down my low light on the camera. This is my 7th look, and what I want to show you here really quick is that we're still on a movie mode. However, there's a couple of things I want to show you here. Number one, I have turned the sharpness all the way to 10. I just felt that that 10 sharpness is just the proper amount of outline that I need for this particular game. Remember, this is still in process of experimenting. This is not going to be, oh, this is the holy grail. It's just different variations I'm doing here, okay? And another thing I've noticed right here is the dynamic contrast when it's being turned off. You have deep blacks, but they're kind of washed out deep blacks. Here, let me show you. Let me adjust my low light here so you guys can see it. Alright, now look what happens when I go to low, medium, and high. It just gives me a better peak brightness. Now, if you guys cannot see this, remember, you can't see this through camera lenses, but I can see it. And remember, the whole point of this video is for you guys that have Samsung KS-8000 to go ahead and use this option. Okay, so make sure you go to high. Go on high here, and you'll see a drastic difference in peak brightness, and your deep black levels will be much deeper. I don't know if I can get my low light here just to show you. Let me get my low light here. There you go. Now, like I said, you guys cannot see this. What you're seeing here, it's not deep blacks. What you're seeing here when you go off is you get washed out brightness. And the camera lenses, they cannot depict that because they're just picking up the peak brightness, okay, from the low light. So leave this at the high and you will see how much better this will look. Just keep dynamic contrast at high. Try this out. Now, I'm still using warm 2 color, okay? But in this case, I'm going to go back to warm 1 here for a little bit. Should I go? Let me see. Warm 2 or warm 1? You see, warm 2 just gives it a better natural look to it. When you go to warm 1, you get a little bit of that blue cool. I don't like that cool temperature. This is like the perfect temperature. 2020, this is like the perfect warm 2. I would leave it at the warm 2. And the sharpness, it's at 10. Remember, I moved the sharpness to 10 and color to 63. And remember, contrast and backlit, that always has to be at maximum. Another thing I did is brightness. I moved the brightness to 38. I felt like if I move the brightness to 38, I get those deep black levels much better. So here, let me show you again. Make sure you pause the video. Make sure you pause the video here. And make sure you write this stuff down. Pause it. Here, I'll get it closer. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause it. Hopefully you have paused the video. And then, here's the one at the bottom. At the bottom, the only thing you have to do is smart LEDs high and dynamic contrast high, because remember, you want those peak brightness nits to be higher, and then you want to make sure that deep black levels are a little bit deeper in the black ambience. You know, means that the brightness is not going to be washed out black. It's going to be like a deep clear black. And keep the color tone warm too. And make sure you write this stuff down, guys. Pause the video and write it down. I assume you guys have paused the video. Let's continue. Okay, so we're going to continue here. We're going to go through this game and we'll see how well this looks with the dynamic contrast high. Remember, what you're seeing through this camera lens, it's not the same as what I'm seeing. Remember, the whole point here is not for me to convince you through my camera lens to go ahead and take this for granted. What this is about is me giving you different variations. That's why I told you to write things down. Make sure you have a pencil and paper and write these settings down. That's what it's all about. This is about me showing you different variations, my own preference calibrations. Okay? And there's going to be so many of them. And then we'll find out on Sunday which one is the best. But the voting process will happen on my club. You have to go to my club. You have to join my Mr. 4K Upscale club. You have to go in there and let me know which video, which look, the 5th look, the 8th look, the 10th look, the 28th look, the 30th look, whichever one you think is the best TV settings. This will take a long time. This is not going to happen overnight, guys. Let's take a photo over here. And why am I doing it this way? Because I want to give this game, I really want to find the best possible viewing picture settings that you can get on this TV, so you can enjoy this game the way it should be enjoyed. You know, I'm not trying to be like James Cameron of calibrations here, but I guess maybe I am. Speaking of James Cameron, he said something on a TED Talk where he says the failure is an option. You know how NASA says failure is not an option? Well, you know what? I differ. I say failure is an option, because how are you going to progress if you never fail? Even Nikola Tesla failed. Even Einstein failed. But failing helped him understood where he was wrong, and then he figured it out. He connected dots. That's what it's about, being scientist or experimenting. That's what we're doing here. It's experimenting, guys. I'm not saying, oh, this is it, you got to use this. I'm just simply saying we're doing different variations. And no, I'm not going to spoil anything here. There won't be any spoilers. All right, no spoilers here. Just a quick little look into this right here. As you can see, I'm not even putting the sound on. I just want you guys to see this little bit. There's not going to be any spoilers here. It's just a quick little scene. And we're going to take the screenshot here. Now, remember, you're not going to see what happens after this, because I will not show you what happens after this. No spoilers.